House of the Dragon Season 1 was a success, and we seen some exciting moments, but nothing compared to the moments we are about to see. And in this video, I'm going to tell you all of my top moments that I expect to happen in Season 2. Spoilers for Season 2, but be warned, it's about to get bloody. House of the Dragon Season 1 has finally ended, and like all of you, I am depressed in the long night that is to come, waiting for 2 whole years until we get Season 2. But that's just the life that we live in when it comes to these crazy fantasy shows that we love. However, that doesn't mean there isn't stuff to talk about. In this video, I'm going to give you my top storylines that I believe will happen in Season 2. Again, I'm going to throw up the spoiler warning, because I am sure these things will happen. Will they happen in Season 2 or not? I'm not sure, but I think it will. Let's get right into it. Number 1 is the blockade of King's Landing. In the finale of Season 1 of House of the Dragon, we see Rhaenyra get dealt with the reality that war was upon them, that the war had already taken, because First Blood was her son being turned into dragon food by Vhagar. This is truly the beginning of the war in Fire and Blood. The fighting doesn't really start until this battle outside of King's Landing. There's a reason why the Valyrians are one of the Rhaenyra's best allies, and it's because they have the best fleet in all of Westeros, and they use this fleet to blockade King's Landing. However, in this battle that the Greens have their own ally, and you know who that is? The Triarchy. That's right, crab-ass crab feeder and all those people that they already took out join forces with the Green. The blockade does succeed, but it obtains heavy losses, and this is what really starts the real war, or the real dance of dragons. This should be some of the first things that we see in Season 2, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. That brings me to fan favorite Daemon Targaryen and Harrenhal. And yes, he is a fan favorite, even though we can say he's definitely great. I mean, is it great? He did kill his wife by smashing her head in. I don't know if that's great, but that's the type of guy we're dealing with right here. But Daemon and Harrenhal. Now, if Harrenhal sounds familiar to you, it's because it's the House's Strong's house and primary castle. It's where we seen Laura Strong burn up his father and his brother, the father of Rhaenyra's true children. Now, during the Dance of Dragons, Rhaenyra doesn't have that much footing on the actual land of Westeros itself. So Daemon suggests that they take Harrenhal, since Larys is all the way up there sniffing the Queen's feet in King's Landing and nobody's there. This is one of the most major ground battles, and the first ground battle that we're going to see in Season 2. So keep your eyes open. If you like the way Daemon got down in the Stepstones, it's about to get a lot more bloodier than that when he takes over Harrenhal. Now that we went through someone who the fans like, let's talk about someone that the fans hate, and that is Sir Criston Cole. Now, with the whole cast, I must say, everyone, the casting and everything we've seen has been magnificent. All these actors playing these people that I've read in the books, a great job. But I have seen no character get as much hate in this show as Criston Cole has gotten in this series. And that's for good reason. The dude's a snake, a straight buttocks hole. But if you hated him in Season 1, wait till you see him in Season 2. In Fire and Blood, Otto Hightower actually doesn't stay as his position as Hand of the King, as Aegon thinks that there's other ways to win this war, because Otto keeps trying to take the diplomatic route, and the King, Aegon, says, I can't deal with it any longer. This war needs to be won in Fire and Blood. Fires his grandfather, and who does he get to replace him as the new Hand of the King? You guessed it, the one, the only Sir Criston Cole. And once he gets that power, he's not the type of Hand of the King that just sits on the sideline. Nope, this is a man who wants battle, seeks battle, and finds battles. And I'm telling you, it's about to go down with Sir Criston Cole. You hated him before, wait till you see him in Season 2. Now, there's something I've always wanted to see ever since we got the series Game of Thrones. We were kind of teased with it, but it wasn't going to happen because we know that in the end, Drogon was the only dragon that we got left, and the other dragons all fell by the wayside. I know we had the zombie dragon, but it really didn't work this way. I wanted to see some dragon on dragon battles, and we're going to get that in the Battle of Rook's Rest, which should happen in season 2. I know that there are so many dragons in House of the Dragon that sometimes it's hard to keep up with all of them, but in the Battle of Rook's Rest, 3 dragons face off in the air against each other, literally spreading fire and blood everywhere, featuring 3 dragon riders, Rhaenys, Aegon II, and his brother Aemon. That's right, we're about to see Meleys, Sunfire, and Vhagar go to war, and this will be most likely at the end of the season, I'm predicting, but it's going to change the fate of 2 of these characters. I won't say exactly how, but it's going to, and you can't wait, and I can't wait to see it. Now, in season 1 of House of the Dragon, there were so many time jumps that I don't know how I or a lot of you kept up with it, especially if you never read the books. It must have been pretty hard, but book fans like myself, we noticed that there was one Targaryen missing, and that is Daeron. While at first fans thought he might have been cut out, it was Martin and the showrunner Ryan who adamantly said that Daeron is going to be in the show. The only question I have is, how are they going to fit this man in the show? Most likely, I think they're going to say he was in Hightower studying out there, and now all of a sudden he's come back to join the war. So who is he? He is a person who was given the nickname Daeron the Daring. How did he get this nickname? How is he going to become daring? You'll see in season 2. So if you're looking for a moment that's going to tug at your heartstrings in season 2, that's going to have to deal with the 2 knights, Eric and Eric. Now, we've only been given a little bit of them in the show, and these twin knights end up on opposite side of the war, while Eric works for the Greens and Eric is working for the Blacks, both of them swearing their own allegiances to their own rulers. However, the Greens are going to send Eric to Dragonstone to assassinate Rhaenyra. Why they do that, you'll have to wait for season 2. Because he's the twin brother, they figure, hey, he can just get in there, sneak around, he'll find her, he kill her. But that doesn't happen. What does happen is his twin brother finds him, and they have a duel to the death. I won't tell you exactly how this duel is going to end, but I will tell you that it's going to be sad when it does end, however it is. And that leads me to the number 1 moment that I expect to happen in season 2, and that is blood and cheese. Some might refer this as the red wedding moment of this series. I don't see it that way, but I do understand why people say it. Now, in Fire and Blood, Aemon's killing of Lucerys was intentional, and they kind of changed that in the show. I don't know why, but they did. But in the books, it's clear that he wanted to kill him, and he did. So because of this act, Daemon decides to do something despicable and underhanded. He hires 2 assassins, one named Blood and the other named Cheese. They go and capture Helena Targaryen and her children and make her choose which son she wants to die, while they kill that son right in front of her. After this, she is never the same, and the war just goes apeshit. If there was a chance for people to get along after this, there is no chance of it whatsoever. So those are my top moments that I think are going to happen in season 2. If I left anything out, please put it in the comment section. Tell me what you think is going to happen in season 2. Tell me all your top moments. And if you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this, spread this across the realm, and of course, subscribe. And until next time, know who it is. Peace and stay sexy.